everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Janice and this is Travel with Janice. On this channel I focus my videos on how you can teach and travel abroad. I also focus some content on teaching as a both native and non-native English speaker. So in today's video, I will focus on what kind of credentials you need to start your teaching journey, what are the key things you need to consider when starting this journey, and what are some programs that you need to look into when teaching. So we'll look at the different types of TEFL certifications, why this is important, and what to look out for when choosing the best program for you. So stay tuned and let's get started. So the first thing I want to discuss is the difference between an ESL teacher and an EFL teacher. ESL is an acronym that stands for English as a Second Language. Okay, this is where you will teach English to non-native English speakers in a native English speaking country. For example, you can teach English in the US to maybe the closest non-native country that I can think of outside of the US is Mexico. So maybe you'll have some Mexican students that immigrate to the US and they want to learn English. So that's where you'll come in as a native English speaker and you will teach English to the non-native English students. Okay, that's ESL. And then we have EFL. Okay. EFL is an acronym that stands for English to foreign language, English as a foreign language. So this is where you teach English to non-native students in a non-native English speaking country. For example, I am an EFL teacher. I'm teaching English in South Korea, where the first language is not English. Okay, so the key difference between the two is one, ESL, you'll teach to a English-speaking country, and two, EFL is where you will be teaching in a non-native English-speaking country. Okay, so the next thing that I want to discuss with you is the different types of programs that you need to be aware of. We'll look at. Okay, so the most common program that you might be familiar with is TEFL. Okay, so this acronym stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language. This is where you will also teach English to non-native English speakers in a non-native English environment or in a non-native English country. Okay, so for example, I want to be a teacher in South Korea, so I will get a TEFL certification to be able to teach abroad in a country that's first language is not English. Okay, so for example, South Korea, China, Spain, Argentina, and so forth. Okay, and then the next common one is TESL. So that stands for Teaching English, let me just make sure, Teaching English to speakers of other languages. So this TESOL, well, this is also where you teach English to non-native English speakers. However, the main difference is you teach in native English speaking countries. So you'll get a TESL certification if you want to teach in countries like the UK, Australia, the US, and so forth. Okay, then we have TESL. So this is another certification, and that stands for Teaching English as a Second Language. So just like TEFL, TESL is also a certification that enables you to teach to non-native English speakers. The main difference between TEFL and TESL is you actually teaching. A TESL certification allows you to teach English to non-native English speakers living in a native English-speaking country. In other words, you'd look for a TESL if your primary interest is to teach in a country where English is the first language, like the UK or Canada. However, if your primary interest is traveling and teaching English overseas, then you should seek a TEFL certification. Okay, so I hope that is a little bit clearer and you understand a little bit better. Okay, now that we've gone over TESOL, TEFL, and TESOL, the next two programs that we'll look at is DELTA and SELTA. Okay, SELTA is a certificate in English language teaching to adults, and this is awarded by the University of Cambridge in the UK. So with this program, the downside is you have little to no assistance while doing your certification, and they don't help you find a job once you've completed your certification. And DELTA is an acronym that stands for Diploma in English Language Teaching to Adults. Okay, so the downside with this program is it's kind of restrictive in that you need to have 1 year of teaching experience before you can actually apply for a DELTA, and you can only use this kind of certification to teach English to adults. So it kind of reminds me of a PCGE. However, with this program, you can only teach to adults, like I said. So do you need to have a SELTA or a DELTA? The short answer to that question is no. I think it will make your CV look more attractive, but you absolutely do not need to have one to start your English teaching journey. If you're a first-time teacher like me, teaching abroad, I think the best program to go for is a TEFL certification. Very straightforward and easy to obtain. Okay, so now let's go over the benefits of having a TEFL. Okay, so now you've decided, okay, Janice, I'm interested in teaching abroad and I want to teach and travel, and I want to do it with a TEFL certification. So let's look at some key things that you need to consider before making the decision. So number one, is this TEFL accredited? So you need to make sure that your TEFL is from an institution that is recognized. Okay, so an institution or a body from a university, or yes, that is recognized. So make sure that your program is legit. Okay, further along in the video, I will go over some 4 or 5 programs that are accredited that you can look into, deciding which program would be most beneficial for you. Okay, so number 2 is the cost. Okay, so make sure that when you do get a TEFL certification, that you don't just go for the cheapest option. Cheap doesn't always mean good quality. Actually, it never means good quality. I was lucky in that I got a somewhat good TEFL course for less than $20. It was a Groupon sale and I decided to go for it. However, during my program, I had very little assistance and guidance when actually completing my TEFL course. So I would opt against going for the one that's the cheapest. But in the same breath, I would also avoid really expensive courses. I know the costing will be relative to each person, because what I find expensive might not be expensive for you, and vice versa. So I will go over prices, and like I said, you have to make the decision for yourself which one will be most beneficial for you. But you don't need to have a very expensive course as well. Different people will need different areas where they need to look at and reflect at, and different people will need different skills and expertise with each program. So next I want to look at, okay, so we've spoken about Make sure it's accredited. Make sure the cost, number 2 is cost. Number 3 is the length. So the length of your program needs to be at least 100 hours. More than 100 hours is required. So most programs most schools or most institutions will ask for TEFL courses that are 120 hours plus. Just to give you an idea, my program was 150 hours. It was 120 TEFL and 30 hours on a specialized program for teaching English to young learners. So yeah, 150 hours. So the minimum is 100 hours of online. It can be both online or hybrid, so in person and a little bit of online work, but 100 of those hours with 20 hours practicum, so some practicals for about 20 hours, and that will comprise of your 120 hours, 100 hours for theory or online work, and 20 hours for practicum. So make sure that your program is at least 120 hours plus. And then the last thing that you need to look at is job placement assistance. Will this TEFL help me find a job once I've completed it? So that's very beneficial, because you're going to want some support. You're going to want some assistance for looking for your searches for finding a job. Okay, so next and last, let's go over 5 programs that I think will be something for you to look at and that will be beneficial for you. Like I've said, I'm only doing 5 or 4, and the rest of the programs will be in the article below. So please make sure that you go over and read it if none of these programs are to your liking. The first one, I will be reading most of these. The first one is Best for Building Confidence. So if you are a new teacher like me, the idea of teaching can be daunting. It can be overwhelming and stressful to think about what will I need, how will I be a good teacher. So this program is for you. So this is with the International TEFL Academy. And this is a part-time 11-week, 170-hour TEFL certification that has interactive features such as live lectures, webinars, and chat sessions. So it consists of 150 hours of learning coupled with 20-hour hands-on teaching practicum. During your studies, you will be aided by a professional tutor who will be there to answer all of your questions. So now let's also have a look at some pros and cons with each program. I think the first pro, for me, a big pro is it provides students with one-on-one job search assistance after completing the course. And the cons are that it might be pricey. Okay, so it says starting price at $1,499. Another con is balancing assignments and heavy textbook reading can be challenging for some learners. So if you are not somebody that likes to read a lot, this might not be the most beneficial program for you, or just maybe the type of assignments might be a little arduous. But the pros is that you will have assistance. So that's a plus. You will have assistance if you have difficulties with assignments and understanding the course material. Okay, the next program that I want to go over is Best for Resources and Job Preparation. So the best company for this is TEFL Pros. This is a fully accredited 120 online TEFL course that provides high quality instruction with maximum flexibility. The course offers preparations in important skills such as lesson planning, managing difficult classroom situations, and preparing classroom materials. They also offer a free full module to students, so you can try before you buy. What are the pros? They allow students to download videos, files, and guides to learn materials at their own pace. The students receive weekly live coaching calls twice a week. What are the cons? Again, it can be on the pricier side, so the starting price is at $1,600. They don't offer job placement guarantees. They focus more on teaching in-person classes compared to teaching online. The program number 3, this one is best for affordability. And this is with the ITTT online. And this constitutes a TEFL and TESOL, teaching English as a second language, teaching English second other, the TESL course. So whether you're looking to brush up on your skills to fulfill a job requirement, ITT can help you with your needs. With their 60 to 250 TEFL or TESL certificate, there are also specialized course options such as 50-hour teaching business English and a 50-hour teaching English to young learners. You can choose to complete your online TEFL courses at your own pace or with a tutor, so you can get the proper support that you need. The pros of this program are: the course includes game resources and worksheets to help make learning more engaging. Nice. Number 2, a tutor is offered that will respond to any questions that you have within a day, usually sooner. Price is another pro. It's $199, the starting price. And the cons are: there are no practical experience component. Number 2, students can only take quizzes once. So once you've started this program, you have, I'm guessing, a set amount of time to finish your quizzes. So if you're somebody like me that takes forever to do that, that might be challenging. The next program that we're going to look at, the last, best for hands-on lesson planning. I think this is amazing for first-time teachers, and this is with TESOL. They have been providing accredited online TEFL, TESL, and TESOL certification for over 20 years. The most popular program is the 120 Advanced TESOL course. So online TESOL allows students to master crafting their own lesson plans through hands-on modules and a range of course materials such as charts and videos. What are the pros? The pros are that students are assigned a personal tutor to answer questions and provide direct feedback on assignments. Another pro: offers free job assistance and an optional 20-hour practicum. The cons are: the program is self-paced online courses that can be difficult for beginner teachers, so it's recommended to add on the live teaching workshops. Another con is that past students have expressed that the video components could be improved so that they are more engaging. And the starting price of this program is $580, which is kind of would fall in the medium range in terms of pricing. The next program and the last program that I will look at is best for in-depth course. So this is with the I2I TEFL Academy, and they offer courses up to 420 hours. These TEFL certifications can be completed solely online or taken as a hybrid option with 2 days of classroom experience with qualified and knowledgeable tutors. All courses provide a minimum of 120 hours of materials, along with support and feedback from Delta qualified tutors. Once you are fully certified, I2I offers paid internships, opportunities in Thailand, South Korea, and Vietnam, and an unpaid placement in Thailand is also available. All programs include accommodation and range from 7 weeks to 5 months. Pros: they offer one-on-one contact hours with teachers. They include video observations of teachers at work and practice of writing extended lesson plans. Number 2, it's affordable. This program starts at $129, which is really nice. Some cons are you have a limited time to complete courses after it's open. The assignments can be rigorous, but there is support for questions, and usually they are quick at responding. So I hope this video has been helpful. Like I said, please do also check out the articles that I've linked for you below. I've gotten most of my information from these articles, and it's helped me to bring this information to you. So thank you for watching till the end of the video. I hope that it was helpful, and good luck on starting your journey as a teacher abroad. Hopefully I'll see you on the side of the world or wherever I plan to go to next. See you next time. Bye.